What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so I think it was yesterday, the New Orleans Pelicans fired Willie Green as head coach of the organization. And, look, after a disastrous 2-10 start to the season, after all of the buzz surrounding Zion Williamson, looked like he was going to come in shape and have an MVP caliber season, and he still gets hurt. Somebody had to be the fall guy, obviously, right? And it was Willie Green. And the reports I'm hearing now is that basically they fired him because he wasn't holding Zion Williamson accountable enough, right? The organization feels like Willie Green wasn't holding Zion Williamson accountable. So what that's telling me is that Willie Green is just a scapegoat. And I'm seeing fans talking about his rotations and he's not a good coach and they're blowing leads. First of all, man, look, stop acting like the Pelicans are a once great team that's fallen on hard times with a winning tradition and winning pedigree, or they're a team that has all this great potential. We're not talking about the Bucks or something like that, or the Knicks, or some team that, we can clearly see is underperforming. No, the Pelicans are one of the worst goddamn teams in the history of the NBA. So miss me with this. Stop acting like it's all Willie Green's fault. If that's the case, what did firing Monty Williams do? Wasn't firing Monty Williams supposed to be the move that's going to fix everything? Because he was the problem. He couldn't coach well. Wasn't it supposed to be him? They're supposedly firing Alvin Gentry is supposed to fix everything. He was the problem. They're firing Stan Van Gundy is supposed to be the elixir to, the magic elixir to success. That didn't work. So now it's Willie Green. No, the problem is Zion Williamson. If anything, it's him. Trade him. Trade him. I'm not even saying he's faking an injury or nothing like that, but clearly he's not a guy you can rely on. I think we can all agree with that. All right, the thrill is gone. All right, the early magic promise has abated. That was 2019, right? Whenever it was 2019 when he was a rookie. Okay, we're in 2025. At some point in time, when is the organization going to hold itself responsible for being an epic disaster? And I'm talking about people in the front office at the top. And when are you going to hold Zion Williamson accountable? When are you going to hold him accountable for not meeting his expectations as far as availability on the basketball court? And maybe the reason why he keeps getting hurt is because of the earlier, stress of being so out of shape has caused his body. And I wouldn't be surprised if Zion Williamson comes back from an injury and he's heavier all of a sudden. You just can't rely on him, man. And the Pelicans have had so many injuries over the years. I think it was with the Brandon Ingram trade, they lost the rights to the second round pick coming up. So they're not in a good position at all, the Pelicans. They're panicking. And that was a panic move, firing Willie Green, in my opinion, man. I'm not saying he deserved to have his job, but I've seen other coaches who I thought were deserving of being fired, given the benefit of the doubt year after year after year. And I'm still not sold on Billy Donovan. You know what I'm saying? I'm still not sold on Billy Donovan as a coach. I think that he's been, for the most part, disappointing for the Chicago Bulls. I know they got off to a hot start this year, but that's going to fade more than likely because Billy Donovan is just not a great coach, and the Chicago Bulls are not a great organization. But going back to this situation with Willie Green, I hope he gets an assistant position somewhere. I just think that he's a fall guy, and I just don't like the way that a lot of these articles are making out to seem like he don't like he's the problem, like he's the sole problem for the Pelicans' problems. Nobody wants to play in New Orleans. Zion don't even want to be there. What I think they should possibly consider doing is if the NBA, this is just my opinion, right? If the NBA is not going to create a new franchise in Seattle, I think they should consider relocating the Pelicans to Seattle and just rebrand them to Seattle Supersonics and getting the team back. Because that's another thing, man. I don't really think New Orleans is as far as like the NBA team, I don't think New Orleans really supports this franchise. It really doesn't. Seattle is dying, starving for basketball. You know, just thinking about the passing of Lenny Wilkins recently, man, made me start thinking about the Sonics, man. They really need their franchise back. And if anything, man, they should move the Pelicans to New Orleans. Move the Pelicans to Seattle. You still stay in the same conference. And you just give your team back. You get your team back, man. At least that's just, how I look at it, at least. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it, man. I don't think that dude should have lost his job. Anyway, tell me what you guys think.